Motorsports. Here to give the command, please welcome founder and owner of Freight Auctions, Marcus Barella.
125, 150, 150, 175, have it 150, 175, 170. Oops. Welcome to Atlanta Motor Speedway and the Freight Auction 200. Drivers!
Don't do myth.
Your engine!
That's what that sounded like just now. Hi, how are you? It is a lovely day. Genuinely nice outside. Pretty cool, actually. By WWE logic, I'm just a short drive away from Atlanta Motor Speedway. I'm actually about 4 hours. But if I was working for WWE, I'd tell you I'm a short drive away. Ryan Blaney in the booth. Okay. Didn't know that was coming. Michael Waltrip. I've watched that blink of an eye thing.
I know that has raced here before and loved it. What makes it so fun here?
Well, yeah, it's great to join you guys for my first booth broadcast this year, so happy to be here. But yeah, this place is really special. I think every driver looks forward to coming to Atlanta Motor Speedway every single year, just because it's old, it's worn out. That's what drivers want. So you
got a new laptop yesterday. Very nice. How much did it cost and what is it? Please let me know how much it costs so I can know if I got ripped off or not.
A lot of guys have made a lot of success and had a lot of wins just getting on the paint. So I think who's going to win the race today is who can hook that line the best, and I look forward to seeing which one of these guys can do it.
Hey Ryan, I love the way Jeff Gordon described this track. He said it's like going 190 miles an hour down the straightaway. Oh, by the way, then they're dirt turns. That's how much you're slipping and sliding, and that's great timing too, Vince, because next weekend in Bristol we're going dirting with our truck. So a couple of guys that have emerged as favorite. We just heard about John Hunter Munich. His victory in Las Vegas 2 weeks ago just cemented him as my championship favorite. He did everything he had to do. In fact, he's done that all year long and finally avoided problems and got to the checkered flag first out in Vegas. Huge win for that young man.
Oh, you got it for free. Asus, that's what mine is too. Mine's an Asus laptop. Hey, Lori. Today's pick is Austin Hill. That's my pick today. He should have won this last year, so I'll go Austin Hill. We all know Kyle Busch is going to win, but for the sake of fun, I'll say Austin Hill is going to win. I'm trying to jinx and reverse psychology Kyle Busch so bad by just saying that he's going to win, just like I did at Las Vegas. So give me Austin Hill. Michael, you got to send me the odds for the Xfinity race. You're going to have to send me the list for the Xfinity race, because I'm not sure.
The engine went south in a hurry. They had to push that truck all the way back to the garage. They did a complete engine change in less than an hour. Now
Having a hard time with the Xfinity race, so maybe the odds will help me figure it out.
And I know we haven't even turned a lap in this race, but I'm already giving the Hard Charger Award to the 45 Beast Motorsports team. Rick and Smith.
Well, Jamie, things are a little bit calmer from Matt Crafton's on the pit road. He's starting third here later in just a few minutes. When we talk about experienced guys, veterans guys, perhaps nobody more experienced in the field than that of Matt Crafton. This racetrack in Atlanta, he told me earlier, is his favorite track. He lit up when he started talking about it because of how wore out it is and how much the driver matters. Matt feels like because of that, he's going to be one of the guys up there battling all day long to get his first win of the season.
So, because the leaderboard likes to glitch out, let me just close out NASCAR.com and then bring it back up.
Thank you, Regan and Jamie. Coming up, the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series.
Shut up, Vince Welch or whoever's in the booth. Yeah, it's Vince Welch. Extra boring is Vince Welch. Why didn't Fox hire Marty Reed? At least we could all laugh at him. Vince Welch just sucks so bad in the booth, it's not even funny. You know, I don't even notice most weeks how bad he is in the booth because when I'm watching the race and streaming and big shit's going down, I'm talking over them and I don't really hear him much. But like last week when Allgaier hit the wall on the green white checkered or whatever, remember he comes off a 2 and smacks the wall? I said, oh, Allgaier in the wall, man. And I go back and listen to the broadcast and they go, and Allgaier's in the wall as Austin Cindric pulls away. And it's like, wow. I thought Allgaier busting his ass going for the win was a bigger deal than they did because they were just like, oh, and he's in the wall. A competition caution at lap 15 in a 30-lap stage. Are you fucking serious? Why not just have the competition caution be the stage in? Whatever. 50s, whatever. The competition caution is such a fucking phony pretense. That's why I bitch about it everywhere. It's such a fake. Oh, we like to check for tower. No, you don't. You just want to throw it another caution for no reason. They just use it as an excuse to throw a caution for no reason. That is the only reason they do it. Nobody learns anything out of a competition caution. It's such a crock of shit. Oh, because there was no practice and we want to check tire. Liar. I'm already looking past this weekend to next weekend because it's Bristol, finally. I'm surprised I'm awake right now. I slept so good. I woke up a little before 2. Like, I had an alarm set for 2. I woke up a little before 2, and I could have went back to sleep. My body feels all heavy. I worked a lot this week, so I guess that's why I'm extra tired. That's why it caught up to me. And I worked yesterday on like 3 hours of sleep. Never worked on 3 hours of sleep, but it really wasn't my fault. Dude, I've been playing my PS2 way more than anything else lately. Need to play more Chaos mod in GTA, but there was a new patch for GTA and it broke the mods. So after it takes a couple of days for the mod makers to go back in and update it so it matches the current version of the game. So there was like an update to GTA this week that broke the mod.
And back in our normal spring date this year.
But I know me, I'm going to end up playing NASCAR 2005 all day after these races are done. I've been playing that game so much. I'm like 26 weeks into my second year of career mode. I'm running Cup and Busch, leading the points in both.
The turns are banked at 24 degrees, but sometimes the numbers don't tell the story. There's no grip out there, Vince. These tires are going to stick.
There's no grip. Can you believe the weather we got this weekend for Atlanta? Let's check it for tomorrow right now. So
let's look at the race analysis. The race is 130 laps
Hampton,
long, 200 miles,
not Hamilton, Hampton, Georgia, weather. Wow, look at that, 63 degrees and just fucking lovely outside tomorrow at the racetrack. This PS2 gets more action than my PS5 currently. And Gotham Knights for PS5 just got delayed till next year, and now I'm like, oh, fucking A. Gotham Knights got delayed.
At Las Vegas.
Super lame.
Matt Crafton, we talked about his prowess on these mile-and-a-halfs. He'll be strong today. Austin Hill, this team does a great job on tracks just like this. I'm big Crafton right now while we're looking at him.
I was thinking Sheldon Creed or Austin Hill.
Well, you know,
But I'll go with Austin Hill.
You can do whatever you want.
Okay.
Because I actually like him better than Sheldon Creed's dirty driving ass.
But, I mean, how can you not go with Kyle Busch? Obviously, John Hunter.
Why bother betting on Kyle Busch?
Great today. And I'm also looking at Austin Hill. I mean, he had this race won last year until that late caution. So those three guys, I know I should probably only pick one, but I'm going to put those three as my top three.
Now, the more you pick, the better chance that you have a good time, right? Yeah.
Hella digging.
Been to Vegas lately. Hey, let's see.
If you're looking to steal some money today, Tyler Ankrum, maybe. Tyler Ankrum, Zane Smith, if you're looking to steal some money.
Truck looks good, buddy.
Potentially. Bill Lester's in this race. I forgot Bill Lester's driving the 17 today.
Looks like something from back in the 80s, man. Something like I watched as a kid.
Oh, that 44 truck is awesome. That's
Tell me about this racetrack and what is going
is
to
that
be the
Tara
challenges
Labonte's
starting
Piedmont
off
Airlines
today?
paint scheme that
Well,
the 44 is driving? Ross Chastain? Yeah, Ross Chastain's in this race.
yeah.
I'm only learning all this now because I looked at the entry lists earlier this week, but I already forgot everything. So yeah, Ross Chastain and Bill Lester are in this race.
We appreciate the words of wisdom. Have fun. Go Terry Labonte.
Yes, go Terry Labonte.
He was not born yet.
Did you guys enjoy Bobby Labonte on the Dale Jr. download this week? I thought it was pretty good.
Championship in that numbered car.
Let's go downstairs one more time before green and check in with Regan Smith.
Bobby Labonte just seems like such a lovely dude.
For Stuart Friesen and his race team in 2021. The reason for is getting better control on these Toyota trucks and the aero that they take differently than the Chevys he was in before. Look for him to be very strong today. They feel good about where they're at as a team, and they are looking forward also to next week. We talk no grip. Stuart on the dirt. He loves it. Jamie?
Kyle Busch in the middle of a very busy race weekend. He just landed from Bristol dirt racing.
Yeah, Kyle Busch is going back to Bristol tonight to run dirt. And then he's coming back tomorrow to run Cup. And then he's going back to Bristol. I wish I was rich enough to fly to racetracks out of state, back and forth.
Well, it's interesting as Jamie mentions Kyle and John Hunter Nemechek, and you talk about Austin.
Bill Lester's first truck race since 07. That's funny. I spent a lot of my time in my NASCAR 2005 career mode racing this guy lately until I got to my second season. Now I'm only doing Busch and Cup. But anyway, John Hunter, Kyle Busch, Matt Crafton, Stuart Friesen, Ben Rhodes, Austin Hill. How many laps is Kyle Busch going to lead today? Probably the whole fucking thing. Kyle, that outside line at Atlanta on restarts, Kyle spun the tires. Nemechek and Crafton take off. Today could be your day if you like Crafton. He's another guy that I had my eye on. But I don't have enough confidence in him yet to pick him to win a race.
You saw John Hunter get a great jump on Kyle, and I think you're going to see a lot of guys maybe choose the
3 wide.
just has more grip on takeoff.
And that's cool that we have to choose from now.
Wow, Crafton to the outside of Nemechek off of 4. Oh, look, it's going to be the classic Atlanta photo finish at the line, and it's Crafton. Once again, the outside line off the corner always beats the inside line to the start-finish line at Atlanta. And Crafton led lap 1. He's still side by side with Nemechek. And Kyle Busch is driving up on both of them. Kyle stays behind Crafton, so Crafton's going to take the lead pretty easily here, but Kyle Busch probably take it now. Crafton gave him the outside. He shouldn't have done that. But Kyle's loose. Can't get the run. Crafton still in the lead. Man, Atlanta's fun. At least it can be. Kyle Busch looks to the inside. Crafton runs inside. He got loose. They're both really loose. Every truck up front looks loose. Crafton might lead for a little bit, but I guarantee on pit stops, Kyle gets the lead.
First laps led by Matt Crafton this season. He's been out front as we're just underway here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, but he's got plenty of company. Kyle Busch.
God, you can hear that truck bottoming out over the bumps. And Kyle to the inside of Crafton down the back. Here we go, people. Settle in. And that's the race. Thanks for watching. I'll see you at 5 o'clock for the Xfinity race. Kyle Busch is taking the lead. It's all over.
You always start your truck really low, just so when you're down 2 or 3 seconds at the end of the run, it keeps the front down, so that'll get better as the run goes on.
I think it's interesting you talk about the balance between aerodynamics and the front end, the splitter that you're talking about.
In every NASCAR game I've ever played, Atlanta's always really fun. Austin Hill to 3rd. Crafton slips back to 4th. Wow, that was fast.
He's really tight off of 2, right in the middle. There's a big bump there. He might be too low on the splitter, or unless he has an issue that we're hearing.
Yeah, he's dropped from the lead back to the 4th spot as Matt Crafton.
Ryan, you think anybody says, I'd take a set of tires right now if I could get them?
You know, we're only 5 laps in. I'm sure everyone's wanting them right now. But like you said, pre-race, you're limited to so few.
Nobody awake today. We only got like 4 people here.
You don't want to put them on too early because you want to have that.
It's the late start times. They're not used to races starting before 3 o'clock.
We can see a lot of strategy. Guys take chances, get those tires, and others try to save them. You certainly don't want to have a set left in the pits when the day's over.
It's such a short race, 130 laps. That's like a race I would do in heat right now.
You did not have a very good day, in all likelihood. Riding on board with John Hunter Nemechek, and that's the boss Kyle Busch out in front of him.
You can see never a moment in the turns when that wheel's not going left or right.
Listen, Ryan mentioned John Hunter bottoming out.
Why are the trucks harder to drive than the Cup cars? Although at Atlanta, they're probably pretty similar. I'll be watching a lot of those onboard cameras tomorrow to see what it's like. Boy, they are loving the visor cam. I feel like half this race has been on the visor cam.
That's a result of losing some grip in the front tires from it hitting the ground.
Yeah, the two ends, you know, they're
The 18's on pit road.
As we got the 18 on pit road.
Chandler Smith.
Well, while the two of the
Can't put fuel in it, but it doesn't matter. The stage is only 30 laps.
Chandler Smith coming down pit road early on.
That sucks. There's only 7 laps till the bullshit caution.
Parker Kligerman in that blue
So it must have been a serious problem if he couldn't make it another 7 laps.
Top 10. Any surprises here? We only see him show up there about every time he straps in and goes racing, and that 75 truck with Overton's on it looking really strong today.
We've had 3 lead changes in 9 laps.
That Mike didn't take him long to get on the move.
Gotta go to commercial. We can't run till lap 15, for fuck's sake. Really? You're throwing a commercial in before the competition caution? Really? Gorse. I wonder what's happening. Parker Kligerman's in the top 10. That's worth celebrating. Oh, I want to play NASCAR 2005 so fucking bad, but I got to watch these races. I want to watch the races, but I want to play NASCAR 2005 at the same time, but I can't. Maybe one day, if there's a race I'm really not enthusiastic about, like if it's another Kyle Busch truck race, I'll have the race on, but at the same time, I'll be playing NASCAR 2005. You guys won't be able to see it, of course, but, you know. I'll have the leaderboard up and have the race audio in the background, but I'll be playing NASCAR 05 the whole time just because I don't give a shit. My races will be much more interesting. Who's driving the It's Infinger this week in the 98. I thought about picking him. It was like Infinger, Sheldon Creed, Austin Hill, or Crafton. Nemechek would have been a really smart pick, but I wanted to chase the odds a little bit. Plus, I picked him at Vegas. I don't want to abuse the privilege. But right now, it looks like it would have been a good pick, although it doesn't matter because Kyle Busch is out front. But my pick is third. Tomorrow's going to be hard to pick. I can't make up my mind about tomorrow. I was thinking either Harvick, Larson, or Keselowski maybe. I'm going to go back and look at how guys ran at Atlanta last year and how they've performed this year and try to gauge it off of that, which is what I usually do now because we don't have practice anymore. So I got some thinking to do about tomorrow. I think about Larson. He's had some close calls at Atlanta. Can he manage his tires, though? That's always a problem with him. I think that's what killed him at Phoenix. Other than the penalties, late in the race, he was slipping. He fell back to 7th and finished there. But he was just driving so hard. Hey, we come back just in time for one lap till the caution. Excuse me.
There have been some movers. Ross Chastain and Brett Moffitt, both who had to start at the back. Moffitt because of that engine change, and they have been on the go. Both of them have picked up 20 spots from where they started.
This is bullshit. I don't see Haley Deegan in the top 20.
So that means we'll hear from these two.
Truck Series is so deep. Being in the top 20 in trucks is actually hard again. For a few years, it really wasn't. But now it's like, oh, they're top 20.
1 second in 7 laps.
That's a product of it. You know, we talk about how old the surface is, and it's all about managing it. You see how quickly, you know, Kyle's lapping trucks. You know, I mean, he's already...
Trucks next week at Bristol. So that might be the ultimate truck race in the entire series history. Next week at Bristol. And we have a caution.
Before we went to break, as we get this
And Chandler Smith is not the first truck a lap down.
Scheduled pit stop. And Jamie, what was going on with the 18?
Well, Vince, he built something he thought was a flat left side tire. Well, they brought him in, took the left sides off, and the team told me, and I'm looking at him now, they look completely fine. So much so that the guys just glued the lugs back on in case they need to use
False alarm. Chandler Smith pitted for no reason. Now he's a lap down in 40th.
said that he's been on the splitter all the way around, so they're not really sure what's going on with that 18 truck right now.
got a while to.
He can race into the lucky dog position here towards the end of the stage. He's not going to get a wave around because nobody's going to pit here.
I've already established, Vince, on lap 5, we want tires.
Yeah.
Now it's just a matter of working with the crew chief, the teams, and Ryan, you said you think they'll stay out here because that's how valuable those tires could be later.
Yeah, I would be shocked if any of the front runners come right here, you know, because by the time you go back green, you're only going to have...
Ain't nobody pitting here.
Maybe 10 or 11
Which defeats the
laps
purpose of this caution.
So that's just, you're wasting really a set of tires and you're already limited. So on the Cup side, we probably do that is take tires because we have so many. But right here, I don't think so. So that's really going to put Chandler Smith at a disadvantage.
Yeah, Chandler was hoping on this caution everybody would pit. He could wave around, get back in this thing.
Halfway through stage 1 for the Camping World Truck Series.
Yeah, halfway through. What a long stage. 30 laps. Woo, thank God we had a caution here, buddy. I was beat. Thank God. Need a rest there. 30 laps. I think there will be a short break between streams today. That's why I just titled this one Truck Series. But if not, I will retitle it to be Truck Xfinity, blah, 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 Atlanta. But there'll probably be a short little break between streams. As short as this race is, it'll be over before the Xfinity race is ready to get going. So I'll probably get a little break. How was your week? So I guess a week after going to Concord Mills Mall and being in that huge crowd of people, masked though they were, I don't have the Rona. I say that as I cough because my throat's all scratchy. So I think I dodged a bullet. My grandparents got vaccinated the other day. They got their first shot. And no, they didn't turn into lizards or grow tails. So boomers, get out there and get your fucking vaccines, you stupid bastards. It's for you. This virus wants to kill you more than it wants to kill a healthy, strapping young man like me. So instead of, I ain't taking no vaccine, that's what they want you to do. Get out there and take the fucking thing if you can get it. Don't be a dick. Or fucking die. See if I care. Let the boomer doomer come get you. That's what it is. That's what the COVID-19 is. It's the boomer doomer. I ain't watching NASCAR no more and I ain't getting no damn vaccine. Alright, enjoy death. Bet when you're on a fucking respirator, you'll wish you had it. Your laptop's from 2015? Well, that's not too bad. Mine I just bought less than a year ago. And I'm still in love with it. It's been one of the best purchases I've ever made. And it's so good it makes me want to get a better one in the future. This laptop's nice, but I want to get a really good desktop computer. That would certainly help my streaming career. Maybe in the future. I got nowhere to put shit in here. Where my desktop computer could go on this desk, I've got a PS2 and Xbox One down there, and on top of the desk, like right now, I got my laptop and my PS5. I could move the PS5 over for the laptop monitor, but I don't know where I'd put the Xbox, even though I never use it now.
Olympics as they take on the Dominican Republic. CONCACAF Men's Olympic qualifying tomorrow, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern on FS1 and the Fox Sports.
It's the Kyle Busch Show. At least he's not in the Xfinity race. Truex is driving the 54 in the Xfinity race later. I can't remember the last time Truex was in an Xfinity race. I remember looking a few weeks ago when we found out he was running some, but I've already forgotten the last time Truex ran an Xfinity race. Pretty sure it was 2010 or something for MWR maybe.
It's going to be really nice tomorrow as well.
We saw the front runners stay out for this competition. Caution.
No shit.
Ben Rhodes came to pit road and got four.
Well, Ben Rhodes pitted.
You know, we talked about that before and during the stage break, and having 2 wins already this year. Obviously locked into the playoffs.
Watch to see how fast Ben Rhodes is coming through this field. He pitted here under this caution.
So that's a stage win point. So that's, I think, their mindset. Yeah, it'll put them.
We're gonna restart with 11 to go in stage 1.
How far he can get here in 10 laps.
Jamie?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they can do. They also wanted to adjust on that truck and see what these adjustments would do. He had a wedge and a track bar adjustment. And I just asked the team straight up, was that your plan all along to pit there? And they said, yes, we're just going for stage wins at this point.
Well, that's the benefit of having the 2 wins already in the bag. You can get off strategy a little bit. As you
Now we're going to restart with 10 to go in stage 1. I thought they were coming to the green this time. Busch, Nemechek, Hill to the inside. Crafton moves up to the outside. Be careful on that outside. We see it over and over. The second place car spins the tires on restarts here for some reason. What'd you miss? The Kyle Busch show. We had 3 lead changes in 9 laps, though, but now Kyle Busch is the leader, and it's probably going to be shit. So, Ross Chastain gained like 25 spots before the competition caution, and now we're about to restart with 10 to go in stage 1. I love Atlanta Motor Speedway. This is like one of those classic NASCAR tracks, so I've got a soft spot for Atlanta. We got a great stretch of races. Atlanta, Bristol, Martinsville, Richmond, Talladega. Those are the next few races. That's like classic fucking NASCAR. Atlanta, Bristol, Martinsville, Richmond, Talladega. We got an off week after Bristol, though, which blows. I hate off weeks. Off week after Bristol. Don't know what you'll do without me.
I'd like to know it, if they're making some good ground with it.
But I know you know there's a lot of things that could be going on under there that we can't see.
That's true.
This car is off.
10 to go. Busch, Crafton, Nemechek, Zane Smith, Austin Hill. We kind of launched. That outside line gets no launch again. He didn't spin the tires, though. But good God, Crafton's already lost 4 spots going into turn 1 by taking the outside.
Matt Crafton's experiment did not work.
But somebody's going to want to take that outside because everybody in that top 5 is going to go to the bottom.
It's hard not to choose the front row, you know, if you're
So, like Blaney's saying right now, you can't pass up a chance to go from like 6th to being on the front row.
That was a tough choice for Matt, but he's fighting back and see if his truck has a really good
Interesting to keep
Hey, Jeff.
the course of the day where that outside front row position ends up slotting in on most of these restarts. Crafton slotted
Austin
in
Hill going for second. Loose.
and Austin Hill on the left
Nemechek's going
side.
to keep second place. Kyle Busch is gone.
On the right side, and he's already up near the top 10. That truck's got a lot of speed right now as he goes around Tyler Ankrum. And
Look at the run down the back. Ben Rhodes he's got fresh tires, by the way. This is just like in heat when you have fresh tires and everybody else is on like 30 lappers.
That's what those fresh tires will do for you. Look at that. On the move. Trying to get around Taylor Gray there in the 15. There's Kligerman on the top side in the 75. Sheldon Creed slid up in front of him and then had a handful.
Look at that way those trucks are just slipping and sliding.
They're slipping and sliding.
This is tough now, too. I mean, they
By the way, I watched Blink of an Eye. It was pretty good.
long heat cycle on them, and then you're trying to
Kind of bullshit, but pretty good.
cycles change these tires so much, so you don't really know how your truck's going to fire off again.
Only somebody like Michael Waltrip, who had such a nothing cup career, can have a documentary like that made about him.
There's, you know, a lot of things that you don't
By the way, there's
expect.
nothing to talk about in this race. Kyle Busch is out front. What do you want?
Talk about a mess. Check out the 2 truck.
Everybody's sliding around though on them old tires at this point.
Those other drivers have to make a decision.
So at Las Vegas, it was the Camping World race. Today it's the Overtons. There's so many fucking Overtons trucks in this field.
We talked to him on the radio pre-green.
Hey, Ross Chastain is 7th after starting dead last.
Inside the top 10 now.
Yeah, trucks at Bristol. That's like the Super Bowl of Truck Series this year.
Never worrying the world about where he was starting because he knew how
That race just feels like it's going to be a big fucking deal.
Atlanta, you can move all over the place.
It is, you know, there's a lot of different options here, and you know, you use your restarts to your advantage. I saw Ross rip at the top of 1 and 2 on the restart and really get a couple trucks. So Ross knows what to do.
Am I the only guy not that excited about the next gen car? Because it's just looking more and more like the Gen 6 car every time I see a picture of it. It's like this car does not look that much different than the current car we're driving, so why should I be fucking excited?
Top 10 his last 3 starts here in Atlanta in the truck. optimistic about their performance here today. And
So I made a good pick today. It looks like Austin Hill's third. He's going to be right there to capitalize if Kyle Busch speeds on pit road twice like he did last year. So I'm in the hunt, which I usually am.
For this team to get stage points, that's important. I think they can say mission accomplished on that strategy.
Yeah, I was surprised Ben Rhodes didn't make it as good a ground as he did.
Derek Kraus looks good right now.
He wasn't making enough ground, and they just decided to
Passed Sauter for 10th, and now he's passing Sheldon Creed for 8th.
These tires, but Kraus, on the other hand, is really making the most of it. Man, looks like he's going to get at least.
Chandler Smith drove up to the free pass position. 3 to go on the stage. That lap truck looked like he almost took out Nemechek there. Anybody else see that?
In the final laps of stage 1.
Got Napa know-how on that truck. You know that means he's wanting to run well.
Shut up, Michael. They don't sponsor you anymore. Mikey's trying to get a Napa plug in there. You know my favorite part about, oh, Chastain just moved into the top 5. My favorite part of In the Blink of an Eye was when the old publicist from DEI was talking about how she could not stand the fact that Dale Earnhardt hired Michael Waltrip because she knew he sucked. She didn't like him as a person, and he sucked as a driver, so she was not happy that they hired Michael to drive the 15.
So you see Ross right here, he's moved up.
Ross Chastain, 5th place in that Piedmont Airlines car.
Just searching for grip.
It's just painted like that. We got a new leader. John Hunter Nemechek just passed Kyle Busch. And they're like, well, look at that. Nemechek passed Kyle Busch. Yeah, you fucking missed it, Fox. Happened out of nowhere. Or is Kyle giving him the stage win? Nemechek's running the Harvick line, making great time. He's just straddling that line around the bottom of the track. That's exactly what he's doing. That's how Kevin Harvick's so dominant here. Almost always have the left side tires sliding across the paint on that line. And Nemechek wins the stage. He found something there.
John Hunter Nemechek, stage 1 winner. And what do you make this move on the bus?
He's getting used to this, isn't he, Vince?
Kyle Busch was running the outside here, and Nemechek's just hooking the bottom.
They'll use that lower line and put him away.
For the 3rd straight race, John Hunter Nemechek, the stage 1 winner.
I'd say Nemechek's going to run away with the regular season points. What do you think? 3 straight races with stage wins, and he won the whole damn race at Vegas. I got to think about what food I'm going to get between races, because I will have a break between races. I'm in such a racing mood. I'm so happy. I'm going to Darlington on Mother's Day, and all I've done this week is play NASCAR 2005, and while I'm playing it, I'm listening to like racing podcasts and shows and shit. Everything but Door Bumper Clear, because that show fucking sucks. And everybody on that show except Freddie Kraft is a moron. Love you, Freddie. But yeah, I've got a video recommendation. Kamikaze Games made a video about how Carl Edwards lost the 2011 championship. As a matter of fact, I'm going to link that in the chat right now because it's a really good video. And if you guys need something to watch later, it's like an hour and a half long, so it's a lengthy watch, but it's worthwhile. I'm going to go to that. I think it's in my liked videos because I was really impressed with it. Yeah, how did Carl Edwards lose the championship in 2011? God damn it. Come on. Computer! Actually, it's not my computer. It's my mouse. I'm going to copy that and put it in the chat for you people. What the fuck is my... What is this shit? Okay, just close the fucking tab. Close the tab. I'm just trying to post a video in the chat for my racing friends in case they haven't seen it. I don't know why I started talking like Terry Funk there. Well, I'm trying to post a video in the chat. Terry Funk. There you go. If you're looking for something to watch later, let me make sure the link works. If you're looking for something to watch later, there you go. I need to do that more often when I think of a racing video that you should check out. You guys know the obvious channels to go to. Black Flags Matter, Slap Shoes, The Iceberg, Danny B, if you're looking for like good fan-made NASCAR YouTube content that has a lot of effort put into it. Dude, I got a wireless mouse for my laptop as well, and the cool thing is the USB for it barely sticks out of my computer. It's not one of those USB mouses with the big long stick hanging out the side of your fucking computer. I need a better mouse though. This one was only $10, and I definitely got what I paid for. It kind of fucking sucks. Excuse me. We are under caution. Everybody's gonna pit here. John Nemechek won stage 1. My pick, Austin Hill, was 3rd. Stuart Friesen 4th. He's having a bounce back year, I think. Derek Kraus got all the way up to 6th in that stage. And Ben Rhodes on fresh tires only got to 12th.
I wouldn't kid you. Wow. Austin Hill, Stuart Friesen.
I'm surprised.
Chastain had some good speed in that 44 late in the stage, didn't he?
He did, and really impressive. He was able to do it from the back. Having to pass cars, use his tires up, and then still be coming forward after that caution. That's really good.
Coming to pit stops. Austin Hill up top. Regan Smith is in the pit box waiting.
Oh, good start to the race for your third place runner, Austin Hill. Right now, that truck has good balance. He's very happy with how it's driving. He thinks that he can get clean air.
So Ben Rhodes, they basically just wasted a set of tires.
Only concern is he's on the splitter just a little
Way to go.
bit, Jamie.
The eccentric strategy from the Atlanta Xfinity race a year ago. Hey, remember a year ago when we rolled into Atlanta and the world was on fire? Things have at least slightly improved. And John Hunter Nemechek will take the lead, and well, he'll keep the lead off pit road. Jordan Anderson second. There's no way he's taking no tires. This is Jordan Anderson second on no tires. He must have missed his stall or something, surely. Kraft in 3rd, Kyle Busch 4th, Friesen 5th. Austin Hill drops to 6th.
In the books. Fans in the stands having some fun. Great to see them.
That's a nice Davey Allison shirt that guy's got on. They've showed him twice now, and I'm like really jealous of that shirt. So DraftKings doesn't even give a fuck about the Truck Series right now. Excuse me. I can't whistle. What's that irritating noise? He's trying to whistle. Excuse me. Seen a lot of lead changes so far. That bodes well. Even though it gets substantially harder if Kyle Busch is out front. But Nemechek chased him down. And Kyle has shown in the past he's not willing to give his own drivers a stage win. Which, look, if I was a owner in this series and I'm not running for points, I would give my dude a stage win. Because I'm Kyle Busch. I'll get the lead back. We're good. I can give him the fucking lead with like 2 to go in a stage and run second. It's all good. But would that violate the 100% rule? I've said this on here before. Paul Menard spins out on purpose for Kevin Harvick to get him a caution. Nobody batted an eye. Clint Boyer spins out to help Truex. Oh my God! Bunch of goddamn cheaters. And the fact that Mikey lost all those sponsors just shows they were just looking for a fucking excuse to leave. Because even fucking Napa and Aaron's and shit were like, yeah, we're leaving, so later. Excuse me. I miss Michael Waltrip Racing. They were finally a legitimate Cup team. And yes, it was shitty what they did, but were they the first? No, and they won't be the last to do shit like that during a race.
Back at Atlanta Motor Speedway, John Hunter Nemechek, stage 1. one winner, fresh off that win at Las Vegas.
What's this fucking music?
Running up front again. You think he's the guy to beat for the championship?
I do. I've thought it since he
In the 2011 Coca-Cola 600, Kevin Harvick shut his car off under caution and had Paul Menard push him around. Then conveniently, Casey Kane, Greg Biffle, and Dale Jr. all fucking run out of gas. And Denny Hamlin runs out of gas, and Harvick ends up winning the race.
Back in the Truck Series, I remember when he was racing for Bill Davis Racing back in 04 and 05, and I went to their truck shop a little bit and kind of saw everybody, and great place down there in High Point.
Kyle misses winning so much he runs truck. Exactly.
You know, Bill went to the Ford Tech Center in Concord. Hasn't been behind the wheel since 07. Driving, a great truck, the DGR truck. It was a great week for him to prepare, with no practice, and he hasn't been a truck since 07. Hopefully he got some great laps, and they'll be tuning on that.
So Jordan Anderson legit did no tires. I don't know why. Do they not have enough sets of tires or something? That could be a legitimate deal. They might not have been able to afford the tires. Love the paint scheme, though. I love the purple on that car, that truck. It's a truck, not a car.
Elected not to take tires on that pit stop, gained a bunch of spots.
There's two things that I would like to say about that, Vince. It's a good-looking Overton's truck. We talked about the sponsorship.
I just said that, Mikey. It's a nice paint scheme.
Appreciate that for the competitors. And Ryan Blaney, he is going to be a moving chicane if he stays in that position.
Jordan Anderson did everybody a favor. He picked the outside line. And look, everybody else went inside. Nemechek, Crafton, Kyle Busch, Friesen, Austin Hill. Sheldon Creed and Ross Chastain go to the outside. They're fucked because they're going to be stuck behind Jordan Anderson. A good truck's not getting a good launch there. I don't know why that is. Why it's at such a disadvantage. But it is. But if your driver picks that outside line, it's their own damn fault.
Driver behind him in a tough situation, and that driver behind Jordan Anderson is Sheldon Creed.
This is the most truck.
Let's be real. This is a single file restart in disguise. The race is on the inside line.
Jordan not getting tires and people knowing they're going to get hung up there. Most of the fast trucks took the bottom.
What's the strategy for Jordan Anderson in this call? Hoping for a quick caution that may allow him to keep that message. Of course, a quick caution. They're probably not coming in to make another stop anyway.
I think they're just hoping not to go a lap down in this stage. I think they're hoping to maybe run long enough to where then a caution comes out and they can reset, and there's not many laps before the end of stage 2. So I think they're just trying to save a set of tires, and you might want to think about restarting in 4th gear right here. So I don't really know.
I have a buddy of mine that says hope's a strategy.
I can kind of forgive the Cup guys doing all the Bristol dirt races, the trucks, Xfinity, whatever, because something they've never really done before, a lot of them. Here you go. Look how much Creed was lagging back to try to get a run at Jordan Anderson to jump to his outside. Kyle Busch shoots to the outside of Crafton. He's already going to take second going into turn 1. Anderson's 4 wide on the outside, just dropping like a rock. But that was a lot cleaner than it could have been. And Sheldon Creed did him a favor. He laid way back there to not run him over and look for a spot to get around him. Nemechek's second. Well, Nemechek's leader. Crafton's second. Kyle Busch only gets to 3rd. He couldn't make the pass on Crafton. Not yet, anyway. Oh, look, an onboard camera where you can't see anything. Boy, that outside catch fence looks really exciting there.
What great battling we're seeing here.
Good God, Kyle Busch yarded Crafton there. Around the outside, off of 2.
Ross Chastain in the 44, Austin Hill in the 16. That's for 5th.
You see that second lane? It feels like, to me, the second lane in 3 and 4 doesn't have a lot of grip. It's got less in the bottom, and it feels like the third lane against the wall has decent grip, though. But if you get caught in that middle lane in 3 and 4, it's really slick. Now, 1 and 2 seems to work everywhere, as you can see. The 2 trucks try to go to the top there.
Thank you for those odds there, Michael. We'll not look at them during the commercial. So I might make a decision live. On the air. That's one of them clickbaity things. Stay tuned for my decision on my big pick for the Xfinity race. You don't want to go anywhere. You don't want to miss it. Do the late 90s WWE thing. It could happen anytime now. We don't know when it's going to happen, so you better stay tuned.
There's 3 of them. Creed there on the left-hand side of the screen restarted second,
Yeah, why is Larson running the truck race at Bristol?
To the 7th position
Because fuck them, that's why.
Themselves out, and that's great runs right now. You see the 0-4 of Corey Roper and that red machine underneath Jordan Anderson.
And how important are tires?
As long as that's not Tony Roper, then I'd be really freaked out right now. It's Corey Roper.
30th position.
That'd be like if Chris Benoit's music hit during the next Royal Rumble. 3, 2, 1. What the fuck?
Names on the hood of that truck.
Well, these camera angles suck, by the way.
Women who have contributed to NASCAR and racing in general, and important women.
Did anybody watch all 4 hours of Justice League like I did the other night?
Good to see him honor the ladies
I really enjoyed it.
during Women's History Month here in Atlanta.
Jordan always does a great job representing NASCAR.
There's Haley Deegan running 26th.
Racer, she
It's okay, Todd Gilliland's 24th.
Brian, what I've learned and liked the most about
Friesen
Haley
passing
is
Matt
she's better
Crafton for
at the
third.
She's gonna be better at the end of this race than she was at the start. That's pretty impressive.
And the 2 KBM trucks are 2 seconds ahead and driving away. That just shows you how even Nemechek and Busch are right now. They're both within 3 or 4 tenths of each other, 2.5 seconds ahead of everybody else now. Hey, the iRacing Pro Invitational's coming back on Wednesday night. I'm going to watch it. I ain't going to stream it, but I'm going to watch it. If I remember. I might not remember that it's on.
Regan on Deegan about Reagan. That was
Oh, Vince Welch been practicing that one all week. Regan on Deegan about Reagan. Yep. We got a battle for the lead. Here comes Kyle Busch.
halfway through stage 2. KBM running 1-2 just as they
They're both running that inside. Kyle's sticking to it a little bit better. Nemechek's truck is pushing up off the corner. Looks tight. Kyle Busch looks loose. I can see the tail end wanting to come around. Austin Hill passes Matt Crafton for 4th. That's my pick. Waste of a pick today, but I mean that's my pick.
See that 44 truck, the line he's running? That has to make you smile, Ryan. You know how much grip's down there on that paint, and you see a couple of drivers such as Chastain and Austin Hill in the 16 really taking advantage of it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, a guy that pops out to me is Kevin Harvick. I mean, Kevin Harvick runs great here. He knows what to do. He knows how to hook the paint. A really important thing.
I said that like 20 laps ago, Blaney.
Both left side tires on it. If you just hook it with the left front, you're going to get really loose.
Now Kyle Busch gets to the inside of Nemechek. He'll take the lead. Hooray. Kyle Busch back out front in a truck race. Never would have saw this coming. But yet another lead change.
certainly familiar with winning at Atlanta. 5 wins in the Truck Series. Won a couple of Xfinity Series races here. A couple of Cup wins as well. He's out front in Atlanta. Going to break, but you won't miss a thing.
We won't miss a thing other than 2 KBM trucks lapping the field. Maybe it's a good thing these stages are so short. Sheldon Creed has the best Overton's paint scheme I've noticed today, other than Jordan Anderson. I really like Sheldon Creed's paint scheme. There's has-been Johnny Sauter. Has-been crybaby Johnny Sauter. Nemechek's making another run at Kyle Busch, but that lap truck killed him off of 4 there. I should let Kyle Busch stretch this out a little bit. The best season ever. Yo, it's fucking cold outside, dude. It's 3 in the afternoon. The sun's out. I got my window open, and it's cold in here. It's fucking cold, mate. I'm so happy my grandparents got vaccinated. That's a weight off my mind. Although they got to get the second shot, and then about a month after that, apparently, you're good to go. So I get to go to Darlington, guilt and concern free. I'm glad I didn't I hesitated when I bought the race tickets. I'm like, should I even go? Because I'm still anxious. So I guess now I'm really glad that I bought them. What the fuck is that stupid dog barking at? Remember when Kyle Busch used to win? Wonder who all's in the iRacing deal Wednesday. I'm pretty sure Dale Jr. is. William Byron will fucking win it, though. You watch.
Back at Atlanta Motor Speedway, less than 10 to go here in stage 2. Kyle Busch out front comfortably. Check in with Jamie Little.
3.5 seconds ahead of everybody else. Busch and Nemechek.
Now there's a new man atop the pit box this year, Marty Lindley. Spent some time with Marty earlier today, and he has won 4 championships in the K&N Series, now the ARCA Series. Last year alone, though, with Sam Mayer, he won 9 times, and that caught notice of Kyle Busch. Kyle gave him a call toward the end of the season and said, "Will you come work for us in crew chief on the 51?" And Marty said, "Sure, let's do it." So he said, "Now
Yeah, Kyle Busch is leading. It is boring.
He knows his driver expects to win, but he said, what an opportunity. He is so impressed with Kyle Busch and how he operates this business and what he does behind the wheel."
Yeah, Kyle made significant changes at KBM. Hand forced a little bit with Rudy Fugle leaving Kyle Busch Motorsports to go be the crew chief at the Cup level for William Byron, but to be able to get Marty Lindley and then also Eric Phillips, the all-time winningest crew chief in Truck Series history, to come over and work at KBM, that's a big find for those drivers and other team members.
Vince Welch looking for the words. They're there somewhere, Vince. You just got to find them.
Yeah, another guy that stepped up to start this season is Matt Craft with a lot of speed. We saw that at the beginning of this run, but instead he's falling back. Let's see if we can listen in, Ryan, and hear what he's dealing with the throttle.
So nice trying to work the wall in right now, you know, and that's not out of the ordinary in 3 and 4. I feel like, you know, you either have to be on the bottom or, like I said, right at the fence in 3 and 4. Matt's just trying to figure out where he wants to run, and he's lifting all the way out of the gas. You know, so I'm guessing he's tight right now, and you lift all the way out of the gas, it kind of unlocks the rear end, and it helps you turn a little bit. So he's just trying to find where to run, and probably...
Yo, I drove the worst fucking car in NASCAR 2005 last night. I was racing at IRP, and the cars in that game tend to run loose.
Conversely, he was wide open.
So I was like, the default setup had like negative 1.5 turns on the wedge, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna bump that up to just like no turns on the wedge. That shit was so goddamn tight. I was getting passed on the outside at IRP. So when I pitted, I went down to -1 turns on the wedge. Then a caution came out, and I got to restart like 13th with like 7 to go. I drove like a complete fucking madman and passed for the win on the last lap. I stayed out as long as I could to avoid getting a lap down. I didn't get a lap down, but when I pitted, I had to restart 13th. Ooh, I was mad because my car had driven like shit, and I was 13th because of a bullshit caution. Because some idiot ran into the pit wall trying to get to pit road. The AI in those old EA NASCAR games, when they want to get to pit road, they are fucking ruthless, dude. They will run through your ass to get to pit road. You have to be really careful.
Be the best, and you see those trucks that came out of the same shop as you up there setting the pace. Believe me, I know. Watching your teammates have success, that's just so frustrating. He believes.
Hey, Mikey, is that a shot at Dale Jr. because he was always a god in DEI equipment and you couldn't do shit? Outside of the 4 plate races every year.
Small town, Talking Rock, Georgia, about 90 minutes north of here, and this was a very special day for him. Came here as a kid to watch races, and now he's actually participating at Atlanta Motor Speedway and wanted to have a better day. He's not having it today as Chandler Smith.
We got a battle for the lead in lap traffic. For whatever reason, lap traffic is what helped Nemechek catch Kyle at the end of stage 1, and now he's catching him again. And look at that line of trucks in front of him. There's nowhere to go. The 41 and Jordan Anderson are too wide in front of Busch and Nemechek. And Kyle's just looking for a place to go. They sort that out. 1 to go in the stage. Still, Kyle's got 3 trucks in front of him racing hard. Nemechek's to his inside. Last lap of the stage. Coming around turn 2 here. Tuck up behind him and get that pull down the back.
Look at him cranking that thing to the right. Is that getting you warmed up for tomorrow?
He's got no, now Nemechek's got nowhere to go. He couldn't swing to the inside on Kyle Busch because there's 2 lap trucks. Uh-oh, we might get a side-by-side finish for the stage. Nemechek's got it. Wow, Nemechek makes the pass to no fanfare from the booth. Nemechek wins stage 2.
John Hunter Nemechek takes stage 2.
Wow.
Racing for this
And the announcers didn't even acknowledge it, really.
Very important for this team to collect, and John
He
Hunter,
made the pass.
I don't know if he's just got a better long
Boy, he just closes in at the end of these stages and flies by Kyle Busch. That time it was coming off a 4. So now let me get Venmo up so I can look at the odds and try to make a decision. For some reason I was really struggling with my Xfinity pick. Because I was looking at like last year's race and who's in it this year and all that shit. Wow, Truex is that much of a fake. He hasn't run in like 100 years. Truex, fucking God, you know Cindric's gonna fucking win probably. AJ, God, anybody's fucking guess who's gonna win? Let me go to Racing Reference and look at. I want to look at the results from last year and try to remember stuff about the race from last time they were there. So let's go to Ryan Sieg's name. He was in that race. Xfinity. Atlanta. You know, unfortunately, I want to pick Gregson. Although Hemrick got a top 5 there last year. So yeah, it's a fucking tough race to pick here. I remember the 2 dominant cars were Cindric and Allmendinger. Cindric's team fucked him on tire strategy. Briscoe, he's not there anymore. That is really tough. But picking anybody but Cindric's almost foolish. And it feels dumb to just pick a guy on longer odds just because you want to get lucky. I don't want to pick Gregson because I don't want to have to cheer for him. But right now, I'm thinking Gregson or Hemrick. But I cannot decide. I simply cannot fucking decide.
What a beautiful day in Hampton, Georgia, Atlanta Motor Speedway.
I gotta think about it still.
Camping World Truck Series racing brought to you by Blue Emu. John Hunter Nemechek is 2 for 2, has won both stages. Now the devil's advocate in me might say, looks like Kyle maybe eased up a little bit, let John Hunter win stage 1 and stage 2. As a team owner, we can assume or presume.
How's Hemrick run at Atlanta?
Knowing that, it certainly benefits John Hunter to win those.
I want to look at like his past Atlanta races.
Since John Hunter's running for the drivers.
Go back to 2019 now.
For the drivers' championship, it means he's got 2 stage wins right now, and that just buffers his deal. So I mean, it's up to Kyle to do that. He's the owner of the team, but it comes down to the end of the race. Kyle's not going to do that.
He was okay there.
He's going to take the win, I presume.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Or does he have a better long run shot?
They're on pit road right now. I'm trying to decide what the fuck I'm doing for later.
Oh, Stuart Friesen on the top of your screen right now. Your 3rd place runner, admittedly not one of his favorite tracks in Atlanta. You'd have a tough time convincing me that today, though. A good run for him. So for that truck right now, it's just a little bit too free off.
You know what? Give me Daniel Hemrick. Michael, we're going Daniel Hemrick. I don't want to have to cheer for Gregson, so Daniel Hemrick. And Kyle Busch takes the lead on pit road. Nemechek 2nd. Austin Hill 3rd. We're still in the game. Friesen 4th. Chastain 5th.
When the on-track spot spots are so valuable because of the tire wear here. Anything you can get on pit road is a premium. That's a premium. Fans in the stands. Oh, love to see it.
We have Daniel Hemrick. Gregson will give it away, so I'll go Daniel Hemrick. I thought I could steal a bet on Truex. I'm like, he ain't running a long time, but nope, they think he's just going to fucking dominate the shit. We all know it's going to be Cindric, but what am I going to do with $3? Go to McDonald's, get a couple of McChickens? Still not happy about not getting $50 at Daytona. A few 1,000ths of a second away from getting $50. I'll be right back. I need a drink. Well, actually, I can't right now. I literally can't right now. I don't know if you want my social security stuff popping up online for this. So I'll have to do it later. Okay. Downloading Borderlands prequel. I have still yet to pull the trigger on Star Wars Squadrons. I was at a store last week in the Concord Mills Mall, and I almost bought it. But knowing me, it'll be like when I bought the Arkham Collection when I got my PC. I paid like $50 for it, and then the next week, oh, it's like $8. It's like, thank you. Thank you very fucking much.
Won't be long. Saturday, April 3rd, Major League Baseball.
Oh my God, baseball's who gives a fuck. And NASCAR's boring. No, bitch, baseball's boring. It is fun to play though. That is a really good crowd for a truck race. Stuart Friesen, uncontrolled tire. Derek Kraus over the wall too soon. So Friesen drops from the top 5 to the back.
Here, the right front tire changer brings the tire around. He just swung it a little bit wide for the guy that was trying to catch it on the wall here. Bounces away from him, and he's pointing at it. Please get that. But so that's a penalty.
The gentleman who caught the first tire, he's supposed to catch both tires. And since the first one was rolled was wide, he wasn't there for the second one. So it was just kind of a compounding thing. That guy's supposed to catch both of them and control them. And he started with the other one being a little bit too wide for him.
It's unfortunate for Friesen. He has been running up in the top 5, around the top 5, average running position 5th so far today. But he's going to have to, as Michael said, go to the back as they approach the choose zone and make that
The choose zone.
4.
5 trucks are going straight to the bottom. There you go. Well, Chastain picked the outside. It's a bold strategy, Cotton.
What would you have done?
I want the front row. You know, that goes back to if he chooses the bottom, you're going to restart 7th instead of 2nd. That's really hard to give up. And you're on new tires. You're going to launch a little bit better than you would on old stuff. So we'll see how it goes for Ross.
A few other penalties on that round of pit stops. The 19 of Derek Kraus and a man over the wall too soon. Austin Wayne Self and Tyler Ankrum both with speeding penalties. That's why you see the 19 Stopped and waiting for traffic to go by. Austin Hill has been running up toward the front, and
yeah, but not enough at the front for me.
Talked about the fact they thought they might have had a truck that could
win me money.
And go today. Well, what are they thinking now?
I lose the front end a lot, trying to run the middle of the corner. I kind of lose the front end, slide the front, and then all of a sudden, once I get to the center, it slides the rear.
Hold on a second.
So I'm trying to get this thing a little more versatile so we can go up there and race with them instead of just following the leader.
Versatile. Hey, that's what you need. You know, versatile. They both mean the same thing. So that's a big problem to have. You know, tight entry center, loose off.
Yay! Because Kyle Busch is leading and I'm bored, I'm getting food already. I was gonna wait till the end of the race to get food, but I'm gonna get it soon. Bojangles time. Wow, that was a great start by Ross Chastain. And he's getting a good push from Creed, who now jumps to his outside 3 wide. But that was as good as the outside line has looked on any restart today. 3 wide for 4th. Kyle Busch slots into the lead with Nemechek behind him and Austin Hill on the bumper. I hope Austin Hill can at least stay with him. Because I think this race could possibly go green to the end. This race doesn't seem like it's going to have a lot of crazy cautions or whatever. So this could just be the run to the end. Oh, we're on lap 69. Give it up. Lap 69.
Side by side. Here comes Johnny Sauter. Hadn't mentioned Johnny today, but that thing looks like it's working well up on the top.
There's my 8 wide racing.
On board with Matt Crafton. That's the 45.
None of that going on up front, though.
Gotta give a tip of the cap to that team, eh?
A.
In an hour, things running great, no leaks. Team did their job, and Crafton, that puts Moffitt in position to go race for a top 10.
The 13 of Sauter running 6th.
It's fucking cold in here, but I don't want to close my window for some reason.
In the 7th position. So you look at the drivers carrying the ThorSport colors and where they are running so far today.
You know, we haven't talked a lot about ThorSport today. You know, Crafton was up there early.
Crafton led like 2 laps today.
Talked about Ben Rose struggling too, but
The rest, it's all Kyle Busch and John Nemechek.
pretty much run right together. We'll see if they make some good changes on those trucks, and maybe the track's coming to them too.
Well, you have to give it up for Sauter because he was on pit road in extra time, right? He had problems with fueling that truck, and now he finds himself Sauter all the way up there into the 6th position in that Toyota. That team has done such a great job of switching from manufacturers and just not missing a beat.
Can we, like, swap all these guys to the Xfinity Series? Because the Truck Series field is so much better than Xfinity. I know some of them do both, a few of them here and there, but, like, I don't like a series where, like, Noah Gragson and Riley Herbst are in competitive cars.
This season has been 13th, so they've run better than they
And Brandon Jones.
Maybe today is the day they get a finish in a spot they deserve. He's running 6th.
What about Haley Deegan? I talked about it, Ryan. She gets better every lap. Now trying to battle for a top 20 spot. Right now, Danny Bone in that beautiful bright orange reddish color truck. He's holding that position.
Haley Deegan is 23rd. That's the highest she's run all day.
You know, like I said before, to come here with Deegan and not having any laps on it.
Riley Herbst is just keeping her Xfinity seat warm for this year and maybe next year.
It's hard until you actually get here. You know, you see how rough it is, and you can compare the sim and the real racetrack. But you know, as we get more laps, like you said, she'll get a hang of it. And,
Kyle Busch is checking the fuck out. Let's see if Nemechek can run him down in about 20 laps, 25 laps, like he did the last 2 stages. We haven't really seen a proper long run because the stages are so short. It looks like Nemechek's got the long run speed over Kyle Busch. Austin Hill's dropped back about 1.5 seconds. He's still in 3rd though. Sheldon Creed passes Johnny Sauter and Zane Smith. I got a sneeze.
Having a good run here. I talked to him before we got in the truck, and he said this year's just been weird. It's been every race we have
Jesus
something
Christ.
to overcome, and he had a decent run at Vegas.
That wasn't really a brain rattling sneeze, but it was definitely a sneeze.
Four-leaf clover socks in his truck, and he had some fairy dust sitting on the truck before the race. He said,
What?
"We're doing whatever we
Something
can."
about fairy dust?
And GMS's luck around. So far it's working. He had a great pit stop there. They're making good
What
jobs.
color was his poo this morning? Well, he got out of bed and took a poo. Good God. Ryan Truex blocking Chandler Smith below the line. Racing hard for 13th. There's my 8 wide racing again.
Certainly included in that group, as you see where the GMS camp runs currently.
Watching this battle just outside the top 10, that's Chandler Smith trying to rally after his issues early. Made a nice run on the bottom, then lost momentum. You could see Parker Kligerman continue a strong run up to the high side.
It's Ryan Truex in the 40 down on the bottom. Running just inside the top 15.
Right behind them, Todd Gillen in the 38.
Oh, Todd Gillen, why are you still in this series?
Great run here last year. I believe he ran 4th. I'm surprised that truck, it's been running. He's running 15th right now.
There's Johnny Sauter in the top 5 now. The only guy to beat Kyle Busch multiple times in trucks as a Truck Series regular.
I'll tell you, Sauter's coming. I don't know what they did to that truck, but it is.
Last time was at Charlotte when Kyle Busch threw his pit crew under the bus. That was funny.
And really running.
Kyle Busch had a hell of a time at Charlotte that year.
He went back down to the bottom. He's just moving his line around a lot, and it seems like he can be versatile, like you heard Austin Hill say, and that's what you need.
Check out the 42 of Hocevar.
I really regret streaming this race because Kyle Busch is in it. This is why I usually have second thoughts about it.
Good run for Hocevar to be able to keep track of roads there.
Because this is fucking boring. Good racing from about 4th on back. But out front, it's a fucking snoozer.
The rookie had a bit of a moment at Las Vegas on a restart out there. Now, every time you make a mistake, you learn from it, makes you a better racer.
But thanks for suffering with me. I have higher expectations for the Xfinity race.
Today, and Hocevar is one of them, the 18 from Portage, Michigan. And Rhodes is a veteran at 24.
Look at that line. Look at that. I was actually surprised.
Ben Rhodes has been such a non-factor today. Even on like 15-lap fresher tires and everybody, he couldn't crack the top 10. He's running 11th right now.
And Cody Efall handles the crew chiefing duties for Hocevar. General manager over at Nice Motorsports. Can't say
50 fucking laps to go, people. Within the hour, we'll be done with this boring-ass race. And can move on with our sad and meaningless lives.
Watch him in the 21.
A bubble, and then a slide, and here comes Johnny Sauter.
Yeah, he got on that seam. We talk about the seams here. You can see them really easily.
There's a seam, men.
Kind of tall, I think, because the racetrack eventually splits as time goes on, and he got his right sides on that seam, and that just takes contact area away from the tire that's on the track. So you have to be really mindful. You can split those seams, but if you get both tires or one tire on them, it will really get you out of shape.
I miss football. I say that every time a race gets boring. I'm like, man, I miss football.
No problem so far for the 51 of Kyle Busch.
Kyle Busch, 2 seconds out front, 49 laps to go. Fucking Jesus. I may stop the stream at the white flag lap if he's still out front. You having fun out there? I'm not. I came into this race optimistic, even though I don't like streaming truck races that this douchebag's in. Yep, that sure is a 2-second lead he's got. Look at that 2-second lead. That's a nice 2-second lead. I'll be damned. Bill Lester's 38th. The racist boomers came after him this week too. You trying to cash in like Bubba Smollett? Yeah, now you want to come back because you want to be like Bubba Smollett. Yeah, I saw a lot of that this week on the NASCAR Facebook page and whatnot. Remember what Tallahassee said in Zombieland 2 about pacifists when he said, I ain't got nothing against pacifists. I just want to beat the shit out of them. That's how I feel about boomers. Chandler Smith on pit road. Is this short pitting? Because they're right there at the edge. They can make it from here. Or does he have problems? We don't know because they're on commercial or whatever. Yep, 45 to go, and Kyle Busch is still out front. He's getting rowdy today, Jim. That's right.
Been dominant today, leading 61 laps.
You sure are right.
And he is out front by more than a second.
Well, I picked the third place runner.
Meanwhile, the third truck in that KBM stable, the 18 of
Oh no, the hood is up on Chandler Smith. He's not. That was not a scheduled stop. The hood is up.
That's unfortunate. We mentioned earlier.
Tough break for the 18. Why couldn't Kyle be driving the 18? Hey, if the hood's up on the 18, does that mean that Kyle Busch might blow up?
A lot of issues.
I'm digging for anything to be intrigued about in this fucking race.
The fuel he was getting, and now he's back on pit road working on that truck.
There might be a suspension problem on it. You know, they were in the right front wheel opening, checking on something. I don't know.
Boy, that lap truck cut the balls off of John Hunter there.
Not sure, but you know,
He had closed into within a second and a half. He went from over 2 seconds back to under a second and a half. Then he got stopped by a lap truck. Now the lead is shooting back up to 2 seconds for Kyle Busch.
He just got overtaken by Ross Chastain. We've seen this already today, Brian, where Chastain's got a really good long truck. Sort of like we saw earlier, maybe. Busch.
I'll be right back.
Even check how the trucks handle different after they get laps on the tires.
How's that 98 rolling, Jamie?
Not terrible. He said he's just been loose, and actually after those last adjustments, it's gotten worse. I talked to Grant about that win last year, and he said, well, we won because we were so good on the short run, and they had a late race caution. So they were going to focus on the long run, and it's helped a little bit today, Vince, but just not to his liking being out there right now in the top 10.
Oh, hold on.
Grant sharing that 98 machine with Christian Eckes this season, and we saw Infinger run the 9 truck going by Cody Robal last time out at Las Vegas and had a good run, finished 7th.
We're wondering about some pit strategy. Going is not the day we expect.
No, YouTube, I don't want to pay for your bullshit ad-free service because I'll just use ad blocker.
But certainly looking for a lot more.
yeah, for sure.
Somebody needs to pull a David Starr in front of that 51 truck, I'm telling you.
You know, I wonder what's going on with that truck. Just maybe an off day for them.
Oh, it's good to stand up, actually. Hey, I should start calling these races standing up.
Run down the 4 trucks. So talk about long run trucks and a truck that had a really good car or truck here last year. Austin Hill is really showing some muscle here.
We got a battle for second here. Austin Hill has come to life. He has caught John Hunter Nemechek. Trouble is, they're about 3 seconds behind Kyle Busch now. Just about. We're going to steal some money today, Austin Hill. Something will happen. Just kidding. Nothing's going to happen, but, you know, I can dream.
The setup works for him. He runs low more often than not.
He's been so good on the mile and a half. He scored more points than any driver on the mile and a half last season did Austin Hill. And in fact, you go back the last 15 races on the mile and a half tracks, 4 wins and only 1 finish worse than 9th. A nice little string of top 3 finishes going.
Had a nice run around the bottom there, but the lap truck sort of took his grip away, lost some ground.
I go in the living room and I pull the curtain back and my fat cat is laying in the window in direct sunlight just baking. She loves it. She's just laying right there in the sun just cooking.
Like it did to Austin Hill when he doesn't have that option to move up.
Damn it.
You know, you saw John Hunter Nemechek go right to the fence. Well, he's run up there before and he's comfortable.
Hill couldn't make the pass on Nemechek, and they're still about 3 seconds behind Kyle Busch. 38 to go. We got 1 pit stop coming, though. Probably going to split the stage in half, so in the next 5 laps or so, I'd say they'll be on pit road. Well, Larry Mack's trends of the race say that they're going to split this stage in half. Back to you, Mike.
You know, everybody has a different story, Vince, and the reason why days didn't go like they hoped they would. And I feel like the best is yet to come for that organization.
regular season champ a year ago was Austin Hill. Expecting some pit stops coming your way. We're going to take a break, but we're going to stay side by side so you won't miss a lap from Atlanta.
How can I watch this race? There's no trends of the race. I don't know what's going on. I need Larry Mack to tell me how this is going to play out. Well, the trends of the race say that when Kyle Busch runs a truck series, he fucking makes it suck so bad. Be right back. Hey, Ozzy, you want to fucking move so I can get to my room? I love when my cat knows he's in my way and he panics. And by panicking, all he does is get in the way more because he literally just started running right where I was trying to go. He's happy my door's open and my window's open. That's his little cat door. That's how he gets out. 34 laps of bullshit. I'll wait till they come back on before I start eating, so you have something to listen to. Other than me going, even though I don't think I do that. Nah, my boss does that bullshit. Final pit stops are going to start literally any second now. Matter of fact, I think... not yet, but in the next lap or two, I'd say. My dad was about to punch this dude. There's Grant Enfinger. He's the first to pit road.
Green flag pit stops.
All right, y'all enjoy that while I set my damn food up here. I'm fucking hungry.
Right on cue, come back from break, and we can see Ross Chastain down on pit road getting an adjustment to the right rear. Jamie, what are they saying down there in his pit?
Ross Chastain just so happy to be here. He hasn't said a whole lot today, just other than the truck has been pretty good. They're taking some extra time on that right.
Be right back.
A 98, Grant Enfinger is in again, just like I reported that he was worse on the long run, still good on the short run, just like last year. So a little adjustment there in the four-tire stop.
You know, Jamie mentioned last year. Remember last year, Kyle Busch won stage 1, won stage 2, seemed to be on his way to a comfortable win in the race, but had a speeding penalty on pit road, came down, got another speeding penalty on pit road, and then ended up having a tire issue. I mean, it certainly did not go his way. Ended up with a dissatisfying result after what looked to be another win in the bank, and it didn't happen for him.
Ryan, how would you rank?
Well, I hope it happens again.
Making sure on those old tires you don't make those mistakes Vince was talking
I
about.
sincerely hope it happens again.
Just hitting your brake marks. As Jamie, you got something
This is such a boring ass race.
Sheldon Creed just pulled into his pit box. He's such a soft-spoken guy. They keep telling him to put the mic up.
That means the cup race has a better chance of being good. Law of averages.
They are making a track bar adjustment and a four-tire stop for him. Parker Kligerman in the 785 as well. A big adjustment. They've been working on this truck. And
Move to North Carolina. You'll fall in love with Bojangles like I have.
Johnny Sauter on the right side of the screen, hitting his pit box, headed from a top 5.
Bojangles is the state bird of North Carolina.
Well, they're so happy to get those tires at this point. And
State Flowers, methamphetamine. Kyle Busch on pit road.
Happens late, and they get an opportunity to put a set on for the stretch run of the finish as Kyle Busch approaches
Hey, Major.
his pit
Yep,
box.
2 races today.
Such a happy
This one has sucked so far.
today. He just loves getting seat time in it, whether it's in a super late model last night or in a truck today. He just keeps saying the truck is really good. Just 4 tires and fuel here, Regan.
Well, Matt Craft had a little bit of a struggle in the later stages of this race. They finally got the truck to not hit the nose on the racetrack, but that car truck now feels like he's got 100 pounds in the air pressure of those tires, Jamie.
The 4 of John Hunter Nemechek said he needed to be a little bit tighter to run, and with the 51 of Kyle Busch, little small adjustment for him as well. He's down the way.
The 16 got around the 4 on pit road. That was a good stop.
Well, Austin Hill's going to be second when this cycles through.
Slowed up there by some lap trucks.
Gonna go down in this third turn, Vince, with a smile on his face. Got those new tires, gonna stick.
You know, when we saw all the top 3 leaders, they pitted at the exact same time. You know, that's a choice the crew chief has to make. You know, they were probably the longest free to run. You know, everyone else behind them was coming, trying to short pit a little bit, and they figured they had such a big lead, especially Kyle Busch, that he could wait. So we have something with Ross Chastain.
Watch the 44 and the to get that wrench in the back end, and then the tire changer in the rear fell down.
A lot of stuff to work your way over, isn't there?
Yeah, that was a miss of a pit stop there for Chastain's
Look at that
guys.
left front. Just trying to maximize getting. I talked to you, Ryan, about how difficult it is, and you can see there, it's not easy.
It's definitely not easy. It's really, your truck has very little grip already. And then
Oh my God, Haley Deegan second. She hasn't pitted yet.
So John Hunter was
Haley Deegan second though.
trying to get that thing stopped, and did a great job doing it too.
There's a look at Austin Hill.
Like the asswap she voted for, she's running second.
Check on pit road. Good stop for the 16 crew, Regan.
Oh, Vince, it was a very good stop. As you guys noted, that truck has been taking off very
Ooh, he got political.
Just a little bit of grip at both ends of the racetrack. 20 needed for adjustment right there. The report from the crew chief, Scott, said fidelity to him after this pit stop. Don't leave anything out there. Give me everything you've got the rest of this race. They're not going to save any tires on that truck.
Well, Regan, and that relates to lap time. Last time by, a 10th and a half faster, almost 2 tenths faster than our dominant truck so far, Kyle Busch. So he is picking them up.
Austin Hill is a little faster than Kyle Busch. He's 3.5 seconds behind him though.
About 3 seconds, 3.5 seconds behind Kyle currently.
25 to go. Austin Hill, make me money.
Chase Purdy is our leader in the 23 truck. There he goes behind Kyle Busch. Made Kyle Busch the new leader. Purdy using that strategy you talked about, Ryan. Just staying out, hoping to make something happen.
Yeah, you know what he's doing right now, and the crew chief's plan is just trying to stay out for, 5-10 more laps, to where everyone else is probably going to be forced to come again, and you're going to be hopefully in the top 10. Stay in the top 10. He's got 15 seconds till 10th place Moffitt gets to him, so that's what they're hoping for, is run another 10 laps. Caution comes out, you cycle into being in the top 10, and you get a restart on the same tires as everybody else around you.
And many of the front runners have a set and that have just put on tires, still have a set left in the pits, but Purdy does not. The set that he will put on is his last set. Jordan Anderson getting his service. And back to the front by Kyle Busch. About 3 seconds plus ahead of second place Austin Hill.
Austin Hill's about a tenth and a half faster each lap. Now, it's kind of all depends what traffic Kyle Busch hits. There's a pretty big wad of cars, about 30 truck lengths ahead of Kyle Busch. So we'll see if they straighten out. We'll see how each of them can pick through traffic and how their truck's going to handle here. We still have 23 laps to go.
And don't you think it's maybe a good spot for Kyle to be in? He can sort of take care of those tires a bit, maybe give up a tenth or so to the field, and just know that he's going to have the best tires later.
Yeah, and Kyle's really smart, great race car driver, so he knows.
Still 3.5 seconds behind.
He doesn't have to go 100% right now. He's got to.
I'm going to finish second and not get any money because Kyle Busch had to run this race.
Save some tire while he's doing it, not take any chances. That's just going to pay dividends.
I'd be hoping for a caution, but it really wouldn't make a difference.
Or whatever, and the 16 does close on him, he'll still have a little bit left in the tank.
And Austin Hill doesn't have that luxury, does he? I mean,
He's coming out trying to run him down right now. So it's two very different mentalities going on. But yeah, Austin, he's got nothing to lose, so he's running 110% trying to get there.
Okay, you know what? Yes, give me a caution, please. Can we get one? Because on a short run, maybe Hill can make something happen.
Yeah, there's a bunch of these racers that want to reset. Vince, just give me a
And it'll give Kyle another chance to get fucked on pit road.
chance, one more shot at Kyle.
Kyle crosses the line and brings us to our Camping World 20 to
Who's the
go.
Camping World 20 to go?
Remaining here at Atlanta Motor Speedway.
And what about, I talked about wanting that caution in the
I'm
last
shivering with
lap.
anticipation
And the 5 laps through to
of
the
this
check.
fucking race being over.
Racers not only know that it's a possibility, but history says they could indeed see that caution flag.
Well, in Austin Hill, who got burned by the late
Hey, I see some debris. Just kidding, but I'm just making shit up.
Came out, forced overtime, and Grant Enfinger ended up getting him on a restart there in overtime. Hill wants that late caution now and have a shot.
Hill's got the lead under 3 seconds, for what they said. Kyle's not really pushing it. Hill's driving with his tongue hanging out. He ain't going to have anything left if he ever even gets to Kyle Busch.
Kyle again and take another run at him.
It gives us an opportunity to remind you that millions of youngsters nationwide are still without their normal access to sports and play due to COVID-19. We've seen so many young fans in the stands today, and it's great to see, but keep in mind, Fox Sports and Good Sports are restoring play through donations of brand new fitness gear to youth organizations, including nearly $800,000 worth of equipment from Good Sports to programs in need in the Atlanta area right here. You can text play to the number on your screen to help keep kids in the game. Chase Purdy, who was holding out, who we mentioned a while ago before coming to get that last set of tires, is on pit road now.
I was watching this off turn 4, and it was a complete 3 wide. And, right there, I was watching the score monitor. Austin Hill gained just under a second on Kyle.
I'm so apathetic about Kyle Busch now running these races.
Just a tiny bit.
I just accept it.
And the second place runner is in clean track. It can really close up quick, but
Nah, one day you're going to miss Kyle Busch running these races. Nah, y'all will miss it one day. Y'all don't know what you got till it's gone. Yeah, fuck off. I hate when they used to say shit like that. You're going to appreciate this greatness one day.
On the dirt at Bristol, looking forward to racing next weekend.
We're going to go iRacing on Wednesday, man.
Yep.
A lot going on up at Bristol. Have you been watching all the action, Ryan?
I have been. They've been putting on great shows between the late models.
Still 2.5 seconds.
iRacing event. And really excited, to be out
This
here.
was a complete waste of my time.
To go to Bristol, I was a part of the
And yours.
Truck race a couple years, and that was so much fun to do. And then the Cup cars did it right after that. So it's going to be really exciting. It's something they haven't done. They put dirt on Bristol in the early 2000s, and it's cool that they've switched it up and it's back on it again.
The Camping World Truck Series, you see the schedule there on the screen. Martin Truex Jr. going to run a truck. Kevin Harvick, Ryan Newman, Kyle Larson, Bubba Wallace, Chase Briscoe. Why are we seeing Blaney on there on that list?
That's a great question. Thanks for putting me on the spot. I do not know. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Just didn't work out, but I'll definitely be watching to see how the track is.
Did your uncle and dad get to run on the dirt in Bristol back in the day with you watching?
They both did. Yeah, Dad and my Uncle Dale ran at Bristol. One of the first years they did it, either 2000 or 2001, and they said it was wicked fast. And I don't know if they'd ever want to do that again. They were young kids and they were wide open, but it was something else. They said.
And we're looking forward to it next week.
Another good run for 21. Ben with Zane Smith got 2 laps down at Vegas, was able to rebound to
Kyle's lead is growing once again with 14 to go.
6th position. You don't want to be in that spot right there, Vince. Sliding up off the bottom, and then you just don't have any way not to get loose. Oh, look at him hanging onto that truck. That's your 6th place truck, by the way. That's what it feels like to be
Working on eating these Supremes from Bojangles. Yes, I'm dipping them in the Pintos because it's delicious.
Slid up right there in front of Tate Fulton. And that 12 truck, Zane Smith.
Half the reason I get the Cajun Pintos is for a dipping sauce.
Last year finished 5th. Won a couple of races.
Trust me, this is a lot more interesting than this race going on right now.
In the championship.
3 seconds back to 2nd, 7 seconds back to 3rd, 11 seconds back to 4th. What a thrilling affair.
the 3 Overden's trucks in that.
And I told you this thing was going to go
You can
green.
see Zane's able to wrap the bottom. There's the 45. Ross Chastain. Jamie, what's going on with that truck? They were so fast early.
Well, Brett Moffitt, they're kind of stuck right now. The adjustments that they made really haven't made an improvement on the 45. But I just want to highlight
Double
what this
duty
team
driver
was.
Brett Moffitt.
The start of the race, they were on the grid about an hour before actually going green. They realized the engine went down. They had to push him to the garage, do a complete engine change in about 15 minutes. Got him back out from the back to the top 10. Quite an effort for this team.
today, and Barry was a late addition to this race as well, subbing for Chris Wright, who had a positive COVID test, running for Young's Motorsports.
Barry's done a nice job in that 02. He's just outside the top 20, so Josh having a nice run.
Coming to 10 laps to go in this one. Take a look at our blue.
I'd rather pull out my brainstem, walk into the nearest four-way intersection and skip rope with it than watch another truck race with Kyle Busch in it.
Blue Meat offers you ultimate relief from pain. Yeah, Vince, you won't stink.
Well, this is always good. Not stinking is good.
Anybody?
Sideways, Stuart Friesen.
Don't get my hopes up, Mikey. He was not sideways. We're looking right at him.
Ryan, so nice job by that team.
Yeah, he's been trying to claw back, after the issue, the uncontrolled tire they had on pit road. He just hasn't had caution. He was really fast there. Finished top 5 in the stage 2 and just trying to rebound from it. What are they saying, Regan?
All right, you guys saw that he got very loose off of turn 4 right there. That has been the problem since they got back in traffic and lost their track position. That truck has been extremely loose. And crew chief Trip Bruce told me earlier today, he said if we keep Stewart tight at this racetrack, we will be fine. It's when we get
Yes, keep him very tight like a tiger, yes.
Yeah, just outside the top 10 right now. Of course, announced earlier this week that his wife Jessica will race in the Camping World Truck Series event at Bristol on the dirt next week. Looking forward to that. Little husband and wife. Our son Parker is in a tough spot because who's he going to root for, mom or dad?
That is such a fun family. I got to go dirt racing with them last couple summers ago, and they just love what they do. And Stuart likes to hanging out. He's going to race the Cup race as well in Bristol. So.
Oh yeah, Stuart Friesen's in the Cup race next week. How about that?
Looking forward to seeing what happens when we get to the mountains of Tennessee.
Yeah, we mentioned Kyle.
7 laps to go.
This weekend, and he flew.
We have strayed so far from God's lot.
Today, and will, at the end of this race, fly back and race tonight there at Bristol.
7 to go as he puts a lap on the truck that's running just inside the top 20, making his way, top 15. That's Ryan Tripp's 13th. That Busch goes around, so really putting some guys behind as the green flag laps has been Kyle Busch's friend.
But remember, history says that it's going to come right down to it at the end. Almost 70% of the races here, we've had that final lead change, that pass for the win in the final 10 laps. So caution here, and these final 6 could,
Don't say the C word.
Create a restart that might deliver a different winner than you're anticipating, and that was certainly the case a year ago.
Yeah, and Kyle's just doing a masterful job.
I don't think it's going to happen today.
Down on the racetrack, being really smooth. Obviously his truck's driving good, but he's doing that too. He's making sure he hits the paint, and he's staying really committed to it and really disciplined. So that's just Cup experience, man. Obviously Kyle's a great driver and he has a great race team and a great truck, but it's all about being patient. And he's doing that today, and it's really showing, stretching his lead out a little bit.
He's won 5 times here, but he's never dominated quite the way he has dominated today. He's led 97 laps and counting, and that's the most he's ever led.
Oh, that was all the damn chicken. That was the highlight of the race so far, was me eating. 5 more laps, and then I'm free.
Yeah, Matt's been all over the place today, searching them, trying new lines. He's trying to, I don't think he fully got on the paint there. He's been trying, but turns 2, like halfway through 1 and 2 and an exit, looks like he just kind of loses the nose of that truck. And yeah, he's in dirty air, so he's trying to search and, just trying to make the best of it, trying to pass Chastain there.
There's our second place truck. Austin Hill, look at that mess.
Well, goddamn, that was almost a caution. That's right in front of Austin Hill. Will you get the fuck out of the way?
Nowhere to go.
We got 3 wide in front of him. He wasn't going to win anyway, but Jesus.
Yeah, thanks for Ryan Ellis having a yellow one in there. And there's Derek Krause in the yellow one.
DraftKings should still have to pay you for the Austin Hill money. Because finishing second to Kyle Busch in a truck race is basically like you won. It's like a class race, Austin Hill is first in class. Fuck Kyle Busch for taking money out of my pocket.
With sponsorship on so many of these trucks over the last couple of races, and just a real supporter of the series, and it's great to see the Overton's brand getting that exposure.
Yeah, sure is. Now, a lot of exposure in this boring-ass race.
Overton's is your friend.
Yep. Yeah, I think it's great what Marcos Alonso is doing. What he's done for the series in general, what he's doing for all these separate race teams. think it's great. You know, you have someone who just loves racing, and you know he definitely shows that. And we're really lucky.
White flag, 1 lap to go. Boy, one day you're really gonna appreciate Kyle Busch winning every fucking truck race. Don't worry, kids, you're too young to understand now, but one day you'll appreciate this. They said that when I was 15 years old. I'm 27 now, and I still don't appreciate it. And I'm even more mildly irritated because my pick is going to finish second.
The finishing touch on another special day in Atlanta. His 6th Atlanta.
Yep,
win.
sure enough, Kyle Busch wins. Woohoo!
Number 60 in the Camping World Truck Series.
Suck on that, Richard Petty.
I want to point out.
No, there was not a single legit caution the entire race. The only cautions were the competition caution and the 2-stage end cautions. They're going to commercial. I'm going to contemplate my life choices as to why I decided to stream this race. But we will be back around 45 minutes or so, about 5 o'clock, a little after, whenever the Xfinity race is going to start. I'll be back. I'll see you guys later. God, what a waste of time. Sorry about that, y'all. Xfinity race is 5 o'clock, I do believe.